Greetings, fellow Zimbabweans. What's up, what's happening? My name is Dr. Clarence and welcome back to TV7 Live. Now, today, 28 April 2025, marks a change in where Zimbabwe is going. This is not a prophecy. This is an announcement. What is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe? The short answer is nothing. The long answer, even if it seems there are some things, it's all nothing. That is after 45 years of so-called independence. What is trending? Abductions, murders, kidnappings and rapes, dysfunctional police. Here at my next door, number 13, two of the guys there, they rap, not music. The other one, a child that just died less than 30 days ago. Where is the body? It's not the first one to die there. There are no bodies. The other one rapes a child of a blind lodger who stayed there. The boy is there, running errands, now working as a demon. What deals do they make with St. Mary's police station? So, this video is not directed to the police, it's directed to Chiwenga, Vice President, and Mnangagwa, the President. Mnangagwa at one point is poisoned somewhere. Imagine if he had died then, or Chiwenga when he was poisoned. But anyways, I'm cornering you, President and Vice President. You have to respond. Whatever you're doing as a leader of a nation, it all comes to this. We see the news written by The Guardian. Abducted Zimbabwe opposition activist Tapumane. Okay, see, journalists write how they write. Abducted Zimbabwe. I don't know how they know they are abducted. There's a story narration. Where is the story coming from? Who knew what? The person is murdered. And the people involved, are they arrested? It's clear. This is happening in Mapuku, Kwaskotsa Kwanya huko, Parakupinda Tsabangu. The person is murdered. And any criminal investigator doesn't need 5 minutes to know who murdered that person. Now Zimbabweans, a lot of Zimbabweans are actually very, very stupid. Here we say, Zim dancer artist Joseph Chiwomo, 14 years for rap. Chiw Sport Records co-founder DJ Ribe, arrested. Rap accused Zim dancer maker Levels, arrested. In sometimes in the past, we see Macheso videoed with a girl, things like that happening. Did these guys actually rape? We go to Chitunguiza hospital, the same hospital that was selling corpse during the fuel crisis in the nation of Zimbabwe. Dysfunctional. Chitungu is a hospital where we see Obadiah Moyo is a CEO at one time, and I engaged him with a scam involving some nurses, one of them called Nurse Davis, etc. I did a whole video on it. Then he becomes health minister, then he goes out very quickly. What is happening there? Let's ignore that one for a moment. Remember, the people who would be fighting for the Zimbabwe liberation struggle, some of them would be going to Mozambique at ages like 14, 15 years, like the Minister of Defense, Opa. We heard the story that she was accompanied by Joyce Mjuru. They themselves, they are all alive. They know how they were at that age. And we know in Zimbabwe, basically, we would be changing actually with the so-called age of marriage, whatever it is, from 18, is it 16 to 18 to 21? What is happening? A 20-year-old in 1980, anenge akutochengeta vabereki. Right now, a 40-year-old. We go over to the nation of Mbare, to the island of Mbare. Yes, island of Mbare, which is famous for tourist distractions like Tsikidzi, Masueji, Chipangano, Kuruachangirai, first Chakachiputita. And now we're seeing the Tsikidzi plug. Zimbabwe street children abused in Harare. She said she was impregnated at the age of 15 by one of the boys at Mbari before transferred to 5 Avenues Quarter. Headline: Zimbabwe street children abused in Harare. She said she was impregnated at the age of 15 by one of the boys at Mbari before she transferred to the 5th Avenue Girls Quarter, where I stay in. I was born here. Baribango Street. The first fight of my life is with a stranger. Some guy who stays next door at number 17, Mary's or whatever. I don't go to other people's houses. This is an urban area. Kusumusha kwedu. Apasi pampasi kulonga pia mayangu kana amaya mayangu. It's the first fight I fight in my life. Why? They come to confront me after ndarowa Oshona 1 Mbama Argundi Arasa. When did that happen? It's actually years. I don't remember how many years. Remember, I'm actually in the role for maybe a year. Right now, I've been awake for more than 4 days. The other one, at number 19, a woman. At one point, we've been sent by Mnangagwa to kill you. We killed your father in 2008. Now, you're going to kill yourself or take a go open a road. On other days, they will be touting, we're going to kill your younger brother. We're going to kill your mother. Things like that. And I'm trying to work. I'm trying to be doing whatever I'm doing. Whatever I'll be working on, depending on the time of the day. Whatever it is. Me, I'm just an ordinary Zimbabwean. Of course, I'm not an ordinary Zimbabwean. I'm just putting it that way, like any other Zimbabwean. Let's not talk about me, fellow Zimbabweans. What would happen? And what is happening 22 street children and guardians rounded up. We see the guy is coming in a newspaper. He's a police spokesperson. His name is, I don't want to say it. I've said it enough time. I will not say it. 22 street children, the Herald. They think they've brought a good headline. What are they doing? Being responsible leaders or defending a face, which is a fallacy? Whatever it is, the truth is the truth. This is a video I wanted to write about Mnangagwa's son bodyguard. I didn't even get to write it. So I'm making political content. Of course, in Zimbabwe there is dissent and whatever. And these people come with these claims. The same type of claims we see in Mary Chiwenga's court case. Generally, people who don't think, they think if you tell somebody I've been sent by the president or the so-called intelligence, whoever they are, even if they really do send you, even the president, even the vice president, you think you can kill me, you have a right. No. You don't own my life or anybody, maybe your children's. Now, Mbari, there's a fire there, it's news. They go, they build it. Who builds it? Mnangagwa, with all the other guys, whatever they were doing. I'm deliberately saying whatever they were doing. How could you be so hypocritical to build Madam Sika when their house is being demolished? Okay, we are dead. We are not people. Okay. We are not people. A police officer is not bringing in money in Zimbabwe. They demand a bribe from a vendor, someone trying to fend a family. Just imagine the vendor is not making any money. Like the vendor, the tomatoes don't turn into gold. Take all the gold. Leave the vendor alone. The last criminal to be arrested in Zimbabwe, was it a catch and release? Also, on a list, arrested on a list. It's Chidumo and Masendeke, and they become superheroes. Which other criminal has been arrested? We see Job Sikala, 2 years arrested. Job Sikala is using the stalling technique in court. He is lonely, isolated. A person was murdered by superstitious murderers who exist every day to be murdering people. It is their career. To be murdering people, it is their career. To make people disappear. How many people are actually arrested by the dysfunctional so-called police? How many? The journalists are the police. The police just make the announcement and get the photos. Another video not done. So I'm not here to be making videos. This video is directed to you, President and Vice President, and you have to respond. It is not you, the executive, who is the boss. It is me who is the boss. It is me. I don't want to use the word boss. According to, it's in Zimbabwe context. pamafungiru evanhu. Chef. That language should be banned. What does it mean? Okay, let's make chefs and build cooks. Tourism. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I'm now 4 days awake. I'm thinking of Jameson Hotel in Samora Machel. All along, I didn't know it's Crystal Jameson because of the bottle. Okay, how can this be improved? Things like that. It's not even mine. Maybe I want to buy it. Maybe I want to imitate a design. I'm just thinking. The following day, I see a guy in the ministry, Yangena Wotam Zembi, who can now live in his own country. Wotam Zembi cannot live in his own country. But these people are living in that country. Who are those people? Maperembuzi, who are literally thirsty for real blood, like we see camped here. My name is Clarence Kuzai Patsika. I am not in the business of war. If I was killable, I would be already dead. So I'm not asking anybody, can you please allow me to go if I want to be going? Be it in the United States, in Germany, or obviously it's England. Wotam Zembi is not there, but we see these people. I'm going to sure yeah, they are there, and I see the minister Mnangagwa the following day speaking on a video. He's saying something that makes sense, okay? Even if it makes sense, just because a person is Mnangagwa doesn't make sense. Personally, I will not listen to it. I would rather narrate as I've just did and play this video.
Last time, Takampotora, Votera, first day group.
All right. It's a PC that's playing up. My PC, not 1, 3, 2015. My place is robbed at 5:30. I am out for less than 30 minutes. I am going to buy food at TM. Patuba my shops. You calculate the time. 5:30. Swearing a certain Mura. My channel is stolen. I leave this house at 9:30. I think it's, I'll check the date. Either 17 or 27 November. Now it's many years. I'm leaving the house from 9:30. My channel is stolen. A channel can only be stolen through physical intrusion. Now, Mozambique elections. These stunt people kune munhu asina pfungwa zvekubuda pavidhio. This is a cheap video, whoever made it. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not judging you. Let me say I'm not judging. What are you doing? What is it? Most Zimbabweans vakapusa. They're going to take a pusa. Yes. A lot of them are uneducated. You want to see how a witch's hunting happens? Come to my house, 15 Baribango Street, and see those so-called next door. Most of them, they're strangers. There's this guy. Now I call him chairman. But I don't even know his name, but I think I know Danny. And I assume the Masimbi. Just yesterday, they Let me say I thought they were harassing. Then I saw the woman again, hurling insults to my father Medad in 2008, to my aunt. Vena. Vena Moyo, Vena Patsika, worked for the ZRP, staying in the avenues, a 10 Gretton Court, the address no longer matters, driving a Santana. She is Zimbabwe's first female everything in ZRP, a hardworking. Then when she does do perish, maybe if I transferred her to somewhere else, she wouldn't have perished. What led to her death? Munanga sugar, agaskida kwaragu. I'm seeing her. She's restless, etc. But among my relatives, I have to be, things like that. But from things I've experienced, I wouldn't waste myself wasting time in Zimbabwe or let anybody think they are allowed to drink my blood because they think the blood of any artist is very powerful. Many artists, many stories are cooked up. Women like this, they go to Magaya, who have been raped. They go to Mbare. They go in Harare CBD. They be harassing passers-by and busy politicking. We're going to be repairing the flats. It's impossible. Makombo na yagomana. Here in Chiwenga, Murukuri repair my sewage pipes. Muchansa plastic. What type of organic matter are you moving there? What magnet can it move? Who are the engineers? You're wiring him a gate. I see a vice president speaking about energy storage. It's now sounding like a new thing. I've always known Kariba, there is energy storage there. It is still there. Now, as Zimbabwean, do they understand what a battery is? Why do you need energy storage? I'm calculating in my mind. The only logical answer is there are times where there is less usage. So some electricity, which is not generated by the stator, but from the ionosphere, our wirings, just state it. If you compare in scale, the 100 megawatts generator versus a domestic generator at home, does it balance in terms of scale? How does this how does that balance?
Kuenda kunohodha uchidzoka
and the PC is lagging. I'm supposed to be doing whatever I'm doing. There are a lot of things to be doing here in Zimbabwe. I see the Chinese are taking most of the business. A lot of electrical gadgets are being manufactured. Work. There is no longer fashion being generated in Zimbabwe. There is no longer production of consumer goods in Zimbabwe. There is no longer national pride in Zimbabwe. What builds national pride in Zimbabwe? Ishop yakanzi okay. It kuonekwa papa. Right? Why did okay survive that long and now broke? Okay, yeah, broke because I still have to grow. Number one, money merchandisers. What is that? Is it a hypermarket? A merchandiser is piracy inside a shop. What happened to procurements of goods? Toyota provides the Coca-Colas. Coca-Colas provides the chocolates. Local Lolas provide maybe market getting vegetables. Now, reduce spending, things like that. The biggest money bringer in Zimbabwe, foreign remittances. The OKs now should be the main Mukuru branch, Eco Cash, things like that. The till operator is rude. They're busy doing whatever they want to be doing. You go, you want to make a remittance. There is no cash. You cannot, it's impossible for you to be running credit accounts with no cash. You are a fraud. We see even minister try to introduce they call it what? When they give you money on top, that reward system to encourage you to bring them. Forex reward system, I think it's 6%, whatever, 6 zig, right? What's the logic? It was really brilliant. Brilliant for a guy who doesn't know how to do what he wanted to do. He was very creative. That's not the way to do it. I'm not here to be talking about that. My battery is about to run. This video is about to end. I'm supposed to be making movies like you see me when I take over Estate Blues. We see Studio 263 where we see Tatenda Matera, an actor, now Minister of Information, who thinks about buying computers from Bill Gates. But now Bill Gates is praised by Elon Musk. People don't think. And the minister, when Inyika, as Minister National in the province, no? So I'm not here to beg for my life for anybody who thinks they can kill me. I have no sins against anybody. If I do have or had, I think enough intelligence to pretend, bata, whatever. Of course, I'm not Josiah, Jesus Christ, not Josiah. The name Jesus just happened to pop in again. That name confuses me because of the Supreme General Tongogara. I don't even want to look at Josiah Maga because I don't know what it is. I'm a Tongogara person. I'm not him. I don't even know about him. See a few videos speaking. Okay. What is happening? Whatever he was doing something. Sengezo Chabangu. He is removing MPs of an entire, let's just call it political party, and both in ZANU-PF they're the same. ZANU-PF now I don't know what it is because ZANU-PF in mass sales, things like that. Triple C, no primary elections, it's an instant political party. Mix it. And Chabangu is a brilliant guy. Maybe if we're doing high school games, I think Chabangu I would be sleeping. Kembari street kids, things like street kids. All right, let's just say these are headlines. 45 years of independence Zimbabwe. What have we achieved? As you have been in the government, have you seen any ways where you have failed and said, if we do this, then this happens? We see how many 3 billions from the Mugabe era. Mugabe said they didn't give us money. You see? Things like that. do we have any power stability? When did we last have stability? When the mindset of the Zimbabwean was shifted. Which would start Operation Mnangagwa here, next to a police station. I don't call it a police station. What can be used for the building, small buildings, cheap. People actually wear uniforms. They get paid and they can demand more. They get paid, they can demand more. To be demanding monies from vendors, people trying to be doing something. Hello, Mr. Finance Minister, are you going to be introducing everything else? Tax. A tax is supposed to be those who want to come and sell, so that we promote our local. We tax them on their goods. Then we do discounts. If I go to South Africa, I'm a foreigner. When I buy things, I'm given back my money as tax. I don't know if there will be any Zimbabweans who will be just collecting receipts and collecting tax when they're coming back here. Of course, I don't do that. I have a lot of uncollected tax, which I cannot collect from Zimura, Zimbabwe Music Rights Association. I don't know when I last collected my royalties. I can't even travel there. Because here Chitungu is where they killed Shaminuka. Not Nehanda, if the guys ever existed. Just to add them up. Think they can send children to think just because they're child soldiers. I'm going to have a picture of child soldiers in the upper countries there. Is it the new curriculum? Very school. I see people, I can guess they've never been to a school, wearing uniform daily and day out. Okay, not primary schools. I think it's high one school where I was. Criminals loitering every street, going stretches of streets, coding each other. I would have said the only crime that I made. The only crime they made is crime, which is not one crime. I'm not God. I am Zimbabwe. This is my duty to be similar to all the duties of the military. Nation, territorial integrity, constitution is an invisible pillar. The executive, the now bicameral legislative. The bicameral idea is good. Let's scrape the senators and give respect to our chiefs. We had Roji, mining dynasties. Or we didn't. Maybe the novels Europa who have given us an education that led us to here. We have the ZITF. I'm seeing the ZITF. How many people know what is ZITF is about? Anybody from any identity sebab can now is still going. Kusho. When robbers are now vangwenda kukushoya machesi kunosecha homwe. Vangwanopeka masheta kanzani PF. Oh, what is this makanzani, this machichi, whatever the nonsense. Especially Chitungu is here. I'm forgetting the name. Anonetsa ye. Vanhu votovhunduka. If you're that person in that category, you are my enemy. What is the plan? What have we achieved? Ever since Timothy's terms. Maybe. Let's just say, during the time of Timothy's terms, the rate of depreciation of the actual hospitals themselves would be going down. Fast forward, paraffin days, he's talking about painkillers. The humanitarianism, the Ubuntu, the Chiwano, Chemunu, Chakaindepi. Blood with our ancestors, our fathers. A guy, just because they are a foreigner, who may have been an informer covering their face with a mask, just to be politically correct. I'm not going to say it's Gure, because when I say it's Gure, people assume they are from Malawi, even though we see people from Malawi being foremen. The guy who stayed there, number 13, house with same wall, which is banging, break my windows. ZRP doesn't want to arrest. An hour ago, I called Superintendent. Let me just check it there. The Superintendent, Sergeant. And I tell him, I'm Javangwe. I just have his number, random. I've never spoken to him. I have many cases there from, I don't know. They work with prostitutes day in, day out. They loot from vendors. They think they own the roads. And I don't know who thinks they can put toll gates and be packing people and taking money into their own pockets. Okay. At least be a war veteran. Okay. At least be a war veteran. At least be a ZANU-PF leader, all right. Who are those guys? Who gets a piece? There's a lot you don't understand, man, young man, maybe. You think I'm going to be knocking at your door? I'm looking for a job. Right now, I should be at MIT, at NASA. We should be making productions, Hollywood. I'm growing up with a dream to be doing something in Zimbabwe. Who is fighting it? The government. I am Zimbabwe. Does the government govern the national? Or the national selects the government to manage our treasure? We don't select the government to be collecting our treasure from us in our pockets here. Collect our treasure and give us some. Which African nation is a great story right now? South Africa a little better, because there are more people who are working actual production with things to protect. All the engineers in Botswana, Duma Boko, I'm younger than him, but let me just call him a young man. Age, does it matter? Tuku is singing his song, Pull My Way. There are those going after Tuku. What's wrong about age? You want all of them to stop singing. So what? So what? Me, I haven't even made any plans to be planning anything. Right now, maybe I should be doing something in 5-6 countries. Now we see people like Mutsangwa say, "Our tribe masiwa." How many years we see Joyce Michuru tailoring many laws. Even now, the laws are illegal. Someone will think, what's up? Come on. What's up? I won't thank you that shit because I'm busy being here. Maybe I'm pretending. Who am I? Who am I? Chief, you can't even run it. How much the cameras there? We're Big Brother, we're trying all with those guys. How do they do it? Can't we invest something in our nation rather than buy a Sophia doll? Okay, let's just hire our guys to prop up our Zimbabwe. For nation pride, okay, it's down. We need people to be identifying. This is made in Zimbabwe with Mazoe. I don't know what you're going to do. Or when there is enough toxicity where vachitonga mapolitician achitoenda iko kunoshandirwa vorepesa vana unobuda votuma manight runners kunoharasa vanhu manjusu manguo tsvuku not our culture, whatever it is. Fake prophets ngosangana nevanhu vanochomba chakadaiso vamwe vanyepera madna uri mwana wanhingi. I'm not speaking of Mr. Mugabe. It's a good show, whatever it is. At least learn from such shows. Why do people watch these ones? Would it make sense? Okay, begin by imitating. Please don't imitate Nigeria. Nigeria is our big brothers. Now Nollywood is good, but those Nigerian movies of witches, moon something. Now I know when the moon is there, at this they will be like me. I'll be outside observing the lunar cycles. I'm seeing a Mars rise. It happens this time. I'm checking. Oh, it's a moon eclipse. It's not a solar eclipse. The first solar eclipse I would experience it actually around 2000. Because quite the internet is like I don't say around eclipse, things like that. And already you are asking, not directly, for a term extension. Maybe if you wanted an extension, Chiwenga president, ET vice president, if you're doing something. I'll end this video here. Then I'll upload the job scholar video. It is all continuing. Let me just check something. Let me just play it here. I have not yet created a video in my life. I've never created a video. I'm not asking anybody for a chance. Who? Jealousy. If we say we're nation builders, let's actually do it. I'm expecting a response. And I don't expect executive to be going on social media like any other. Do we call them ZANU-PF supporters or ZANU-PF protesters? Let's just call them lobbyists. What are they lobbying for? Is it tenders? Do you see the guys who get tenders? Or the guys who get tenders in a chain? They are the head. One has 10, 100, 10,000. What more does? I don't know. I haven't looked into that. I haven't even read Karl Marx. First time I encounter his name, and I would like to research in this person. I like him. Right now, I'm busy calculating, not interrupting things like that. I'm not going to be saying. But things like quantum computing, okay. You know, mathematical theories. Oh, 0, 1. 0 is in the middle of -1 and +1. So what is 0? Let's work with 0. 0 to the power of 0 gives us 1. What is 0? Yes, of course, I know what mathematics is. Mathematics is never about numbers. Numbers are representing real things. Is it geometric? Is it 1 banana? Do we say a 0 banana? We're using the number somewhere in statistics. We have fractional reserve banking, whatever it is. We have trade deficit. Trade deficit comes from where? You're giving people loans and they import. Mnatenga shunu. Hapana nyika ya kweleta mali. Nyika ya pesa rani chikweleti. Trade deficit. Who gets bailed out? Not the nation, the bank. And some numbers that are economics, just headlines and whatever it is about. I'm not going to say whatever it is about. Any employee we have in our government, efficiency. The police stop protesting against those protesters, but people, citizens, workers are actually working. The police's only job is to arrest those who may be having a problem. Is it about keeping power? If that is the case, is it any powerful? I'm going to end it here. But I'm not ending it. I'm going to play the video there. On the job seeker, I see President Mnangagwa admit. Is it media, whatever, management like the police? It may be necessary if you don't create forex incentives like Mtulingube and many other. First, we're gonna the story started by Mangujga. It's not even starts it. It's actually the Zimbabweans say we don't want change. We don't want you guys. Oh, let's give you plastic money. Deflation is the thing. Is deflation. They're giving lectures. They're academics. Like men. Do you know that you are a governor of a country? Like Zimbabwe is a country. We are all when we do something great. No matter who you are, you're coming from somewhere. You're a person. Every person is a person. You used to sleep on the floor, etc. Do you remember that? Do you remember that there are also people like you? Maybe you're confused about something. Don't assume everybody was confused about that thing. It may be. What have we achieved in 45 years? Not 45, actually 50 from 1975. The Lancaster House and things like that. Mr. Kissinger done something. What is it about? What is it about? Mugabe Chai is my bamkuru. I can't even get a chance to even see him. Say. Things like that. Now I'm here. Dysfunctional education system. If I had known when I was young, I wouldn't even have gone to school. The Elon Musk guy you praise so much. drop out. Now you know his ex. He introduces PayPal, which is a thing, man. Strive Masiwa. Now they say I even looked into it. Mobile money, mobile banking, mobile money is the biggest anywhere in the world. Is in the future, I'm not going to predict that. Anybody can just think of trends to create. Okay, now a richest woman in England is a Zimbabwean. Strive Masiwa. Top 10 billionaires in Africa, Panana Dangote, cement. Now I'm having a problem. I need a refund in my cash. I'm trying to call. I'm calling with the respect. I'm not a fan of Masiwa. I just respect him as an achiever, somebody who did something. As being a fan of somebody, I would like to follow up after we're in different fields. Like Masiwa is in electronics and telephone, things like that. And bringing in technologies. Maybe me, I'm like in the field of the actual bell who created the bell that creates the telephone. Maybe I want to create something that's not a computer, whatever it is. You can know what's not there. I'm not British. I'll do that. Take my chances in Britain. Now, I'm being harassed here. I'm calling St. Mary's police station. Nothing, nonsense. Nothing. Why is Scala arrested for 2 years? Is it procedural? Substantial is still. You know what happened. Jokti Munanga peka embe marasta. So seriously ninguna ita kwa kana kwa tipusi kana peka embe zan PF. Uyush. Masaya, tafuna ni Masaya. Scott is there. Scott is doing something. He's hated. Nevan. I'm a hater. We can hear my hater. Do you think we can know? Anga ite my hater kawanda kufura. My hater anostanga na artist musician. Astorna freedom yokutsvaga omari. Because maybe I'm going to spend money and engage with you. Go. And I want to fix force. We need to meet and investors. Come up with things. Do you know what is it mean that I'm going to say? Such idea with footy. Munagati company and home and go and Wakasabamari. But sue. Do you know in this was a therapy? Mtimama and the Usuma officer. Who was sure for a value? I don't know. Maybe it's $1. I'm saying maybe it's $1 because I want to say maybe it's 400 trillion. Now we are actually planting weeds. And burning fruitful seeds. What have we achieved in 45 years? Have we achieved stability? After change, which is a movement. How many farmers have produced anything? Almost right now, we see people like Kudam Sasiwa, a guy with as an artist, moving into agriculture. He's a poet, the forgotten son. He's speaking whatever coming from the England. I'm watching him. Then he realized, I can do this. I don't know where he is now. I hope he is in South. I'll look him up. Jealousy. Maybe the former Selu scouts or whatever, whoever they are. Zimbabweans are killed in South Africa. Xenophobia. In Zimbabwe, when people are coming from the nations of Mozambique, we'll be assisting them. From nations like Malawi, back to Malawi. This grandpa next door, Matatin, this time. They are saying to wake, I'm saying, Chikwita, Tukuriga Market, Tukuriga Mpura. Uno Mangara. Maybe as a president and vice president, you may be forced to publicly say, yeah, it's patriotism, it's patriotism. What will be happening? Imagine people who came in from Kumaprazi, Makomboni, land reform, Murambachino, anangana kumusha, anenda kupi. Ever since Anamani got an extension, there's no new developments. Can sharp enough respect to him. He's doing something. Don't we have any Zimbabweans who are willing to work? Of course, we don't build Nema again. It's in a shit. Stem as my practical. Do we have any practical? One of the practical school and nobody going to practical question. The only practical I know when I practical rhetoric. Ashakoma. Look at the uniforms of our police officers. They reflect the situation. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, you might wear very beautiful suits as long as in police Africa uniform. Yaga Baruch. That's once a week. You don't know the chain. President Robla doing something. Mugabe is ousted. Mnangagwa, everybody's supporting. Are we in cycles and cycles? Let us build something strong. So I'm gonna end this video. I'm not ending it. I can't end my video. You see. But let me throw this line. I'm gonna ask there's a therapy guys. When they see videos like this, they'll be very overzealous. I think I know. Maybe when Simba Chikanza, I respect him very much. His passion. I don't necessarily agree with his point of view, or should anybody be agreeing with anybody's point of view. I don't even know point of view of who and who. Let us build a solid foundation. The same amount of stupidity in Zimbabwe is in the United States of America. We see the so-called far extremists, etc. Same consumerism, things like that. But the foundation of the United States of America, they even support us or supported us in our healthcare system. They even supported us. Now we're getting free ARVs, antiretroviral drugs, 95. Chodini. Now, the new weapon is not Mutoriro. There are occults who tell you it's Mutoriro. It does this and that. Theatrics. Imagine, I'm sure it doesn't sound, let me call it cocaine. Cocaine is in everyone's child movie. I'd rather be a gangster. Yeah. Cocaine on the corner. Proof number 0. Police is thief. You are arresting somebody for using. Discrimination. Stigmatization. Are they under peer pressure? Are they being made docile by a government? What are they being given? How is it passing through our borders? Corruption. These things, they can be detected even by machines, now not dogs. Who's doing what? Is it a brotherhood? Whatever it is, okay. Please. If you can give, don't take. Let people live the country, okay. Like we see, former Minister of Tourism, Zambia, there. I personally respect Kasukwere. Should he decide to be president? Yes, everybody should. Me, I like his history. I don't know much. No same EDC coming from school. I know to recruit a president. I mean, I say, Mwana Ishkoro, do we have any Zimbabwe grades we can inspire our children with, or we teach them resentment and hating a person who stays indoors, like Dr. Clarence, a guy who calls himself Dr. Clarence because he knows it sounds nice. I'm not a doctor, I'm a savant. Maybe Leonardo da Vinci or most of those philosophers they killed. If they could kill me, wait and at least I make 6-7 publications. You want to stop me even to make a better before I can communicate with Kanye or Rihanna? Let's do something. You want to finish my beat before I finish it? You're not even a musician. It's all basic knowledge. What? Those guys, who is employing the people? Are they even qualified? Qualifications. Am I calling for the entire whatever to be fired? I don't know. At one point, is it the Magombe time? We see all nurses fired, 60,000, whatever the number. Nurses, not Mfumi, Priska, NASA. She would say, I know I'm crazy, things like that. I don't know what that means. Any social care, social services. I don't expect anybody who's not directed, this video is not directed to, responding, I am defending my president. Is there anything that needs defending in there? Which I've commented. If you are in government and you are a fake, do you need to defend it? Does it make it right? Am I the one who gives the okay? I'm just asking, is it real value? 22, rounded up. Being a president is not really being like a mythical god or a real god who is answering prayers. I don't think a president is not there to answer 6 people's prayers. Right now, I have to engage whatever you have. I'll just email until somebody responds. It's my right to be secured. It's my right to be allowed to be productive. It is my right to build any city where I want, investments wherever I want. Maybe look for some funders. Come to our nation. Let's do this. Let's do this. We see the guy, Gayton Mackenzie, whatever he's doing, a brilliant person who's being colorful. And some people are viewed as musicians, etc. We see Mkanya out of Zimbabwe. Mkanya is out of Zimbabwe for the same reason. Any artist that's accused of raping it. I don't want to keep speaking. I have to limit. Most time is soldering and setting up and escaping terms. Jesus. So if they are yours, you need to stop that. We're not in open prison. Whatever it is happening, it's not hidden. I can see it. But that I can see it. I see the Al Jazeera expose there. It's not really lying. It knows how people may be. Is it gonna go big Al Jazeera? Their style of journalism, documentary? No, it's something else. Child soldier. I don't know. The so-called intelligence, whatever they do. I think intelligence in the nation should be there for researching new technologies, things like that. Introducing. Oh, they are. So, this is not making money. But we're going to keep using your names to make headlines. Okay, Job Scholar, why did you keep him 2 years when you knew what happened? Look at that more blessing Alice. Responsible relative, because he's in diaspora, somebody who contributes. Of course, we need foreign direct investment, not because they're bringing us money. No, our people have money. How do we channel those money somewhere? I've already leaked an idea to somebody. How do you take this money? What is technology about? It's all here in Zimbabwe. You don't have the people. What's missing? Nation building. Let artists create what they want to create. Toy every day. So it's the independence so that the police can now arrest the workers who, some of them, they would be need for Chiwenga. Chiwenga is fought because a Zimbabwean worker should be paid well. Now it's independent. The Zimbabwean worker not who is fought because before putting the scala, I'm going to end with a joke. Round of applause for me. It's because of the tone I would be ending. So I'm learning. I'm learning to be a great liar. I'm just saying the truth. I don't like lying. Speaking what you're speaking is good. And the only thing to talk about is you two guys. Are you happy about that? So that mean. Even if you've done anything wrong, nothing wrong. So that. You don't mean one church. In the way duga. Keptanga.
Sometimes people politicize non-political matters for mileage. Job Scholar was arrested for speaking on More Blessing Alice murder for inciting supporters to commit violence.
The whole family should perish. We are not You might not hear about this family once more again. It will be wiped from the face of the earth.
Jobs violence.
So follow the link to this video in the description. This video has everything. I'm going to be sending it also to the police or to the military. I don't know if I get a motorcade or what. Like, no, I'm not joking. In Zimbabwe is the first family, first lady. I'm the first.